Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, bringing you some more Call of Duty Black Ops commentaries. And this one, as you can see, is going to be a domination on Summit, I believe. And at this moment in time, I'm running around with a cheeky claymore, but I'm going to be rocking a Galil with a silencer on it. And straight away, I'm going to cruise up into this side area of the war room, and I'm going to clean up that guy that sat on the balcony. No idea what he's doing looking in his own spawn. He must be, I don't know, thinking that the spawn has flipped so soon, but they clearly hadn't, so I can clean up that guy, and I can look off over here into where B is, which we now have, and defend this little area. And the first thing I'm going to say about domination on this map is you need to control B, you need to control the war room. If you can keep that, you can get them in a spawn trap on either side, and it will make this map significantly easier for you. And if you're using anything like a napalm or a mortar strike or any kind of drop, you're going to get a lot of kills if you can find out where they're spawning and try and trap them exactly where they are. And right now, you can see from my radar that there's a ton of my team all around C. There's a couple of stragglers come through here. They're probably going to go for B, and I jump down to try and get this guy, but I don't know if he sees me. I don't know what's going on. We're doing a right little sing and dance. And look at that shit, man. Oh my goodness. That's that is some... I don't even know what that is. What the fuck happened then? No idea. But that's 2 deaths in a row in a game where I only get 4 deaths, so it's kind of like, Jesus Christ, if it wasn't for the cheesiness and my bad luck, I might have had a really good game here, but... Anyhow, the spawns are flipped because they have A now, and this A dom is one of the best and easiest ways to get the trap on Summit. And if you can get one guy covering the right area there, one guy covering the central area, and one guy covering both the Summit side and through the garage area or wherever that other place is, you can pretty much trap them on that opposite precipice, and there's nothing they can do unless they can get past you, and it all is down to how well your team can, you know, secure a perimeter. And right now we can see a ton of red dots in this middle area because this is where they're going to be pushing from, and if we can exploit different vantage points, we should be able to keep them trapped over there where A is. And it's just a case of watching any of the domination flags for flashing, because that will tell you that somebody's trying to cap them, and just pinning them as quickly as you can. And if you have tactical insertions, it might be a good idea to drop them close so that you can continually do the cheesiness. Well, let's have a look here. So I get flashed, or stunned, sorry, so I know there's a guy coming. I crouch down, but nothing happens. Grenades are coming in left, right and centre because they're just trying to make whatever they can and get out of that area. I see that dude there. My Galil doesn't fail me, so that was nice. I get a nice repay on that wanker running around with the stakeout. And right now I've got a napalm on me, but every time I call a napalm in, I generally get caught with my pants down, so I'm saving it at this moment in time. And there we go. I know I'm safe now because I'm crouched behind that desk. A couple of my buddies have pushed up, so they're going to be stopping anybody coming around them areas. And I'm just on this cliff side now, checking anybody running down the summit side, and I don't see anybody. So I cruise back into the central area, in the war room. I see a buddy of mine shooting at a guy, so I know someone's coming that way. It's getting a little bit crowded here. And do I die? No, I get an assist because my gun just doesn't want to get killed sometimes for me. I think he's a pacifist. Bit of a pain in the ass, but I'll let it off. And it's just a case of watching your vantages and keeping the team as frustrated as possible, because anybody knows the more frustrated you are on this game, the worse you're going to play, unless you're some kind of backwards crazy guy. But I see a red dot rushing into our spawn, so I think, what the fuck's this guy doing? Cruise up here and somebody's already killed him, because if you're going to be rushing the spawn, you need to either be a good player and a good connection, or, you know, one or the other, because you're just not going to survive very long if you don't. And I see that dude pulling around here. Sloppy shooting by me. Don't know what the fuck was going on there. I think I reloaded a little bit too eager and got caught with my pants down, but I come through here, throw a couple of grenades to try and suppress that area. And lo and behold, I get a nice double grenade spot there as they're pushing into the war room. My friends just died, so I know that they're probably pushing from both sides, and it's up to me to try and keep them back on this flank. And there's nobody here, except for that guy who I get another assist on, thanks to that ghost wanker that's on my team. And then I cruise around here, and a friend of mine's running through there with the death machine on, so anybody in his way, he's going to be stripped to shit. And there he is, just laying down some covering fire, doing his thing, cruising around like the heavy off of Team Fortress 2. Just loving it. And once again, I've got more napalm, so I call it in on their spawn, and I go back to covering a doorway. I get lucky with that guy, and I get a nice little payback medal. My napalm cleans up one guy, and I'm hoping that more will spawn into it. If not, we've still got them trapped a little bit. It's just a case of keeping them in this position And if you've got a good team with a decent measure of control, there is absolutely nothing they can do to get out of this trap unless they are good players themselves and they use a lot of teamwork. And unfortunately, unless it's a stacked party, you don't generally come across people like that on Call of Duty. Just seems to be how it works. Then I get stunned, but I manage to get the kill, and a ghost guy comes in and I somehow manage to clean him up even though my gun was not aiming half as fast as it should have been thanks to the stun. And now they're all coming through the garage because I've shown them a bit of interest and it's obviously pissed them off, so I've got a ton of people that get stuck, but I take him with me. And that gets me my chopper gunner. And there we go, a nice little bit of raining down death, which got me a handful of kills and it kept them pushed even further back into the spawn, so much so that my team were able to get the triple cap. So right now, if anybody's been listening to my commentaries or if they know anything about Call of Duty, the spawns do randomise because we have all 3 flags, and this is when the game essentially gets a little bit more challenging because you can never be reliable that there's nobody behind you. Especially with how prevalent Ghost is and other factors like that do key into the equation. So you'll notice I always throw flashbangs or stuns depending on what I've got, and I'm generally rocking concussion grenades just to see if I get any hit markers and I know that that area is empty. And right now my team are running everywhere because it looks like the flip of the spawn has gone the other side as opposed to that the wide open area that's gone where the tractor garage is. And as you can see, I'm just doing a little bit of cheesy aiming here so I can keep going back out, see if I can catch anybody. And I got a... Oh, that shouldn't have been an assist. That's just cruel, that. I think this might have been where, before Last Stand gave you the kill for putting them down. I'm not too sure. But as the UAV's just revealed, a ton of dots all going through where the tractors are, where the snowplow, sorry, or whatever it is. But it's too late 'cause the game's done. So, thanks for watching, guys, and you take care now.